Hey everyone and welcome back. In today's video, we will be discussing the overview about version control. Now, since DevOps professional certification mandates that the candidate should have a high level overview about the version control, and this is one of the primary reason why we will be revising the version control. Now, I'm very sure that many of you already have worked with version control systems like Git or SVN. However, just to have a high level overview, let's just revise the version controls. Now, a version control is basically a system that records the changes that have been made to the file or to a document over a period of time. Now, we can understand this with an example. So let's assume that this is a file and this is the version 1 of the file. Now, after few days, you edit this specific file and now what you have is you have the version 2 of the file. So you see there is a difference between a version 1 and the version 2. So after maybe a month or two, you again edit the file and you again have the version 3 of that file. And same goes, now you have version 4 and you have the final version. So what version control system does is it allows you to track the changes that you made to a document over a period of time. So it knows how the file looked when it was in the version 1. It knows how the file looked in the version 2. Same for the version 3, same for the version 4 and same for the version 5. So from the version 5, if you want to jump back to the version 3, you can easily do that. So version control systems are not only limited to the documents, like we have been using Git repositories which has the version enable. However, version controls are also for the files itself. So let's take a high level overview of the version control and we'll also look into the AWS version control systems. So what I'll do, I'll create a file. I'll call it as test.txt. So this is the file test.txt and within this I'll say hi, this is version 1 and I'll go ahead and save it. Now I'll come to S3, I'll click on create bucket, I'll name it as packed-versioning. Let it be North Virginia region only and we'll enable the versioning over this bucket. Perfect. So the bucket is created. I'll quickly go to the packed-versioning and I'll go ahead and upload a test.txt file. Alright, so this is the test.txt file. Now let's do one thing. Let's modify this file again in our desktop. So I'll go here, I'll say now I have modified. So this can be any modification that you make to the file. And I'll go ahead and upload the file again. Perfect. So the file has been uploaded. However, currently you see there is only one file that you see, which is test.txt. However, there is a versioning enable. So within the versions, if you click on show, it will show you two versions. So this is the first version which was uploaded at 5:08 p.m. and this is the second version which was uploaded at 5:09 p.m. So this versioning system of S3 remembers the timestamp where the file was uploaded and you can even go between the versions of the document that has been created. So this is one of the examples of a file-based versioning. Now AWS also has its own source control systems which is called as AWS code commit. So this is very similar to Git repository. So I'm very sure that you have worked with Git at certain amount of time. It may be GitHub, it can be Bitbucket or it can be GitLab or any system. So AWS code commit is similar to GitHub or Bitbucket where it allows you to create your own private repositories. So this is the AWS code commit. So if I go ahead and click on get started, I'll say as packed-versioning and I'll go ahead and click on create a repository. So this is the repository and if you'll see over here, you have all the basic features like pull request. you can see the commits, you can have different kind of branches within your repository and so on. So AWS code commit is a very basic source control features. It is not really fancy and does not really have great features. One of the good things that I like about code commit is its integration with various AWS services. However, code commit at a personal point of view, it is not at all mature. If you just want to explore, you can do that, and definitely for the certification exams, which are AWS specific, you should know that AWS code commit exists and it allows you to create repositories similar to what you do in GitHub. So this is it about the version control video. I hope the high level overview has been understood by you. Now again, in the DevOps professional exams, it is not really assumed that you know in great detail related to how code commit and everything works. You should have a high level overview on what version control is and what service AWS provides for version control. So this is it about today's video. In the next video, we will study about bootstrapping and building images. So this is it. I hope this has been informative for you and I look forward to see you in the next video.